I'm going to record the moment where we see our new bus. It's parked around the corner. It's always an exciting moment when you see a bus for the first time, isn't it? It's where you're basically going to live for the next month. Oh, I see it now. Oh, the driver's standing next to it. So we're now going to go on the bus. Whoa. Oh my God, it's really nice. It's really modern. Oh my God. So I'm going upstairs now. It's kind of a new bus. It's got a lounge upstairs, a proper lounge. Yeah, so I'm mega impressed with this bus. Going back out now. Yeah, really nice. What do you think?
Amazing.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Fink It Isn't Until It Is podcast. I'm Finn.
I'm Tim.
I'm Guy. In which we discuss the various moving parts in a life in music. So, welcome to episode 4, season 3.
Yes, absolutely. We're fulfilling our obligation. We're doing it.
What's it called? What's this one called?
This is A Team Prepares.
A Team Prepares.
For the big tour. And we're actually on the big tour now. We are literally on the bus.
Yeah, I mean, our tours are kind of split into lots of different sections, and this section is the bus section. You can probably hear that our surroundings are full of motion. Well, let's describe our surroundings, shall we?
Well, we're in the front lounge of the top of the bus. It's the best view in the house, really. You get to see the road ahead. And there's nice sofas, and Finn's just lit a nice candle. And
yeah, lots of leather and vistas. We're actually, what we can see right now is the Lithuanian motorway system, which is nice.
Banked on both sides by forest. Lithuania is mostly forest, I would say, probably.
And we're coming towards the end of a 15-hour push.
Yeah.
Most of that spent asleep in our bunks or trying to get sleep, because first day on the bus it's always a bit tough to get settled, but all the old muscle memories are coming back. It's all kind of nice.
Yeah.
I felt like I didn't get any sleep at all, and then I look at my clock and it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
so
that's the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird kind of sleep, but it's good. I was comfortable. I bought myself a pillow, as I said I would, so I'm happy about that.
Oh yes, you did buy pillows.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, we started in Berlin, so I could bring home comforts.
Yeah.
Pillows and blankets and so on. But
Sure.
this little episode, so we're just going to talk about what we've done in the past couple of days, really, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly.
We needed to rehearse for this
Sure.
because 4 of us on stage.
Yeah.
And when it's a duo, when it's me and you, we can often just get away with rehearsing in my studio, or even not rehearsing at all, which is fine.
Yeah.
But this one, we had to get everyone together and have a couple of run-throughs.
So we got the return of Guy on bass. So that was... We've done 2 gigs with him this year so far, so we needed to get back in with him a little bit.
He's not with us today, he's actually asleep.
Yeah, because he didn't sleep last night at all, like for real. So he's sleeping not very far away from us, actually.
Yeah, traditionally he doesn't sleep well on the first night of the bus, so he's asleep now.
And
so
we Finnegan in the band as well now, so we had to get him lined up, which I mean, is a lot to learn.
Yeah, there's a lot of bits and pieces.
There's a lot of rules,
I think
and so on.
The first 3 gigs, when you add a new member of the band, you want them to be good, and you want them to be to also be happy and enjoying themselves on stage. Almost an impossible ask, actually. But first 3 gigs, hopefully he'll just chill, get his eye in, jump in where he feels confident, like just stand back when he doesn't. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
Same with us, really, because it might take a few gigs for us to get used to not having the total freedom of just being 2 of us. We can do whatever we want.
That's right. Yeah.
Now we've got Guy tends to bring the rule book in.
Yes.
Not that he's this totalitarian type, but just once bass is involved, you can't really deviate from the plan.
No, that's true. Because if he changes, then the song changes.
Yes. It's funny with bass, because Guy will tell you this himself. You can't really make a mistake because everybody will hear it. Mm-hmm. I can cover all of my mistakes with enough delay that you won't ever know, but when the bass player gets it wrong, everybody in the venue hears it. So
for sure.
Therefore,
I feel that's the same way with the drums as well. If you fall off the horse, everyone notices. But that's
so that never happens with you.
No,
not
at all.
Definitely not the end of Follow You Down.
Oh,
So
man.
sometimes I was like, I'm following you down a flight of stairs where you clunk that fucking
right,
pill.
yeah.
No, you got it, man.
I've changed it now, so it's a little bit less risky.
That's nice, man. You got it.
But
yeah, so rehearsal. So we loaded into this rehearsal room. It's very nice. We rent a desk, a big mixing desk for these tours. So we had to get that in and get that set up, which we did.
That's not for the faint-hearted. It's pretty big.
It's a massive desk, yeah, and it weighs a ton. And so getting that in and out of the van was a bit of a, well, we kind of jerry-rigged a ramp from a bunch of building materials we found lying around in the rehearsal room, which was helpful. And so the first day was basically getting all the merch out of my studio, getting it to the rehearsal room, getting the desk set up for Rob, getting our equipment out. I mean, with me and you, because we've just done France, Portugal, Spain, Italy, our kit's kind of gig ready and gaffer taped in the right places and so on and so on.
Exactly.
But getting everybody else in the mix it takes a day.
Yeah,
so it was a day of setting up and plugging in and getting our eyes together.
Yeah, and then I went on a mission to meet a man about a cymbal.
Oh,
I went off to northern Berlin on the U-Bahn and met a very nice chap who I can't remember the name of.
Doesn't matter.
He's a very so I bought a really massive Turkish cymbal of him, which is great. So that gives me a new flavour.
It's very shiny.
It's very shiny, yeah.
I mean, in your field of vision when you sit on your drum stool, because little Nor came to a few of these rehearsals.
Oh, yeah.
So I could see the world from your eyes.
Yeah.
It's very shiny,
Yeah,
that
it's
new
very
one.
shiny,
It
I know.
must be, some of the light's going to take your eyes out.
I know.
Lights shine on it.
Yeah, definitely. But so we did that kind of setting up and just getting our little various spots. We're setting up in the way that we're going to be on stage in the same kind of format, so we can all see each other.
Yeah, and kind of get used to where each other is.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, if I need to scowl at someone, I know where to look.
Yeah.
Equally, if I don't want to make eye contact with anyone, because I've just forgotten verse 2.
Yeah.
But it was really good actually, and the rehearsal rooms were really nice. It's in a really trendy spot in Berlin where it's very, very happening. There's a music school upstairs that I've been a visiting lecturer at for a few years, so it was lots of friendly faces.
It's full of youth and energy, isn't it? It's a nice place to be.
Yeah, and the area in Berlin, Urban Spree, is very vibey. I mean, graffiti and bars and clubs,
skate halls,
skate parks and bouldering and all the usual urban pursuits. So it was really nice, and I think by the end of our 3 days, we kind of had it. We were getting there, weren't we?
Definitely.
But nothing replaced. There's a full disclosure. I fucking hate rehearsals. I hate rehearsals.
It's weird, isn't it? Because you're not getting that energy back at all.
It sounds like you sound like shit.
Yeah.
You don't get any of the band energy that you get from a live gig.
Yeah.
And it's not a gig.
No.
So my battle in rehearsals is to stay buoyant and positive and not start cutting tracks, because I play it in rehearsal and I'm bored. Right, I'm bored, so everyone else is bored, so I'm cutting this track. And as we know, one gig is worth 10 rehearsals.
10 rehearsals, for sure.
And to be honest, by the end of this process, I just want to play a gig. You know, I just want to get on stage, play a gig, get cracking.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night,
kind of what I want to do now, in a way. You know, I'm like,
it's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really annoying. We got a night before we do a gig tomorrow because the drive is so long, and it's just, I think with rehearsals you just got to get yourself so that you know how everything goes. Yeah. And then don't overthink anything higher than that. Yeah. Do you know how the song goes, and can you remember where the bridge is and where the breakdowns are? Great. Then don't rehearse yourself into the ground. Get on stage and try and enjoy it.
All the performance comes when you've got an audience in front of you. I mean, we've once done a kind of public rehearsal thing, haven't we? Yeah. Which was all right. I guess it was quite fun.
What was that, Q Factory in Amsterdam? Yeah, that was really good actually. Yeah.
It was a sort
absolutely blinding version of This Isn't a Mistake.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. I know. So that was a nice thing to do. I guess we had a bit more kind of rehearsal time then, but this time we just thought, okay, three days and then off we go. And then other bits of the team arrived. So we've got tour manager Ash, who is constantly sorting out stuff and running around and on his laptop. And then Lucy, who's going to do merch for us. So she had a gargantuan pile of boxes to get through.
I got a picture of her in the middle of all those boxes. It's a lot of boxes. Yeah. And that's just the first drop.
Sure.
That's just to get us to Switzerland, because you can't take it into Switzerland.
Right.
So, you have to get your merch ready so that it takes you up to Switzerland, and hopefully you got none left. and then you get another drop the minute you leave Switzerland with the rest.
Yeah.
And then we're getting dropped in UK as well for a little UK action. There's a lot of moving parts on tour.
Okay, so this is the moment of preparation for the merch, and I have Lucy here. Lucy is going to do merch for us. Say hello, Lucy.
Hello.
Yes. So how do you feel about going on this tour?
Very excited.
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited.
Yeah. Is this your first bus tour? Amazing.
Yeah,
Have you seen it? Have you been on the bus?
I
yet?
have seen the picture that Ash
Yeah.
sent to the group, but I haven't seen the bus in person yet. So
Exactly.
I can't wait.
Exciting
Super
times.
excited.
How are you feeling, Ash?
Very good.
Are you ready?
Excited
Are you
and ready? Yes. I think this will be counted up very soon. Get it inside of the bus, and then we can focus on packing down. Ready
Nice.
to load the trailer.
Yeah, it seems like we have quite a lot of stuff. Like, I normally we have more than this, but actually it seems like we've got quite a lot somehow.
I think. Well, the desk is going to take up
Desk, yeah.
quite a lot of space.
And is it a smaller trailer than usual?
That's
Is it pretty
that's-
regular?
That's a pretty regular size.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
So it looks.
Yeah.
From seeing it pull in, I was like, yeah, that's fine.
And the driver seems normal, does he? Currently normal.
Currently normal. I think
We will report back on that situation as
Is he
the
German?
tour progresses.
he is German. Yes.
Guys, don't
Okay.
worry. Don't worry.
That's cool.
Good.
We've had some mad German bus drivers.
Oh, scheiße.
Excellent. Well, thank you, guys.
As our old monitor guy Nigel will be happy to know, we finally made it onto a Beat the Street bus.
Did we?
Yeah, because we use Absolute Touring and we love Marco and Stefan and the guys at Absolute. They're absolutely amazing.
Right.
But the cast and our bus driver,
Yeah.
he showed me that this bus used to be a Beat the Street bus, and
is
you
that
could
why it's
still
so
see
nice?
a little bit of the transfer.
Is that what
on
you
the
guys
side.
were looking at?
Yeah.
I see.
So finally, we made it onto a Beat the Street bus,
Oh, that's cool.
albeit by proxy.
That's why it's so nice.
Yeah.
I see. Right. It's
Well,
a very nice bus.
It's a super nice bus, and that does take the edge off. We've had a lot of buses over the years, and everything from trusty road warriors to super deluxe, mega pimped out to like single decker bangers.
Yeah.
And
Single-decker
basically,
bangers.
and this is right in the middle of all that. It's
Yeah.
a nice bus. It seems well built, good lounges.
Yeah.
We've got a nice view.
And it's sensible as well. Like, it's got an area upstairs where the bunks are for you to put all your bags.
Yeah,
and
we love that.
That is. I know that sounds like a silly little detail, but it makes all the difference. It really does.
Yeah, because we normally have junk bunks on a bus where you put your bags, and if there's one bunk free, that becomes the junk bunk. But in this bus, they've built that concept in.
Yeah.
I love
Definitely.
that.
I know, it's great. It's a great idea.
It's so good.
Yeah, we're actually sitting near Rob, our sound engineer, who's working behind us. At the moment.
Beavering away.
He's been told not to say anything though, so he's just waving now.
Good. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Radio gold.
Yeah. Hello, Rob.
Hello, Tim.
I'm just preparing for the big tour. How are you feeling about everything?
Do I have the same low voice as you have?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's good.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
great. That's
Feeling
perfect.
great.
What are you doing there then? What are you
I
fixing?
tried to make it a bit smaller so I can put it in my bag.
And what is that?
That's a
item?
sound card.
Sound
But
card.
it's-
Doesn't look like
no
much of
one
a card.
has any interest in the
No,
sound
but this is
card.
the thing. Our podcast listeners love the nitty gritty and the real life of touring.
Nitty gritty.
Nitty-gritty.
You want to see some nitty gritty
Yes, that's
items
right.
here?
Yeah,
Have a
yeah.
look in the.
This is your toolbox.
This is my nitty gritty toolbox.
This is what makes the world of rock and roll go round. This kind of thing. And you have an enormous desk here, which
Yes.
we've hired in for the tour.
Yes.
That's very cool.
Yes.
And it's sitting on an enormous metal stand thing. Which are we bringing that with us?
We are bringing that with us.
Right. Okay.
And see, look what I have here.
Oh, moon gel.
Moon gel.
Moon gel is a dampening gel that you use for drums. Why do you have it? Why do you have it? You just got some.
I think I nicked it in a shop.
Did you? Oh,
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I thought, well,
criminal.
that's something I have to give to Tim.
Well, it's a very good thing to have it. You keep it because then if I lose mine, you can step in.
It's
So,
a deal.
great.
You won't go to the police.
No. That's great. And in the background, we can hear Finn and his daughter playing on my drums. Yeah. There you go. So, yeah, lots of fun. Thanks, Rob.
Okay.
So, Finnegan, we were just discussing how idyllic this is sitting up here in the top. We're in the top lounge. We're actually in the same spot where I was talking to Finn, and it is really nice because we can see where we're going. And I know that sounds odd, but quite a lot of the time in a bus you don't see where you're going because you're downstairs and you just look at the windows at the side. But this is really cool.
So nice. There's the sign to Vilnius.
Yes,
We just went past.
that's great. So we're going to be there in about 50 minutes or so. So this is your first time?
It's
in
my
one of
first time in one. It's my first time on any tour
these? Right.
at all. This is my first tour.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Wow. So you're doing, because we did split a tour with you in Spain
Yes,
and Portugal,
yes.
and now we're on the bus. What do you think? Is it?
I like the bus.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up on a bus, so it's somewhat
Right.
it's somewhat like home.
Yes.
But the one I grew up on was not so.
What was the one you grew up on? Was it
It
like
was an old Bedford
really?
school bus.
A school bus?
It definitely wasn't two-story and quiet like
Right.
this.
Right.
You had to kind of like hit the dash 5 times and whisper some magic words to like turn the engine
Get it
on.
going. Oh my goodness.
And it was very loud and sputtery.
Did it have beds and stuff?
It did have beds.
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
Me
right.
and my sister and my mum and my dad.
Oh
were
wow.
on there. There was a real piano.
Really?
Yeah, like
In
a
the
heavy
bu-
one
in the
with
bus?
strings, not an electric one.
See, that's one thing this bus does not
And
have.
it had a wood fire, like
Did it?
wood.
Oh my god. So you drove around New Zealand in that?
Yeah,
Amazing. God.
but this is fast and
This is
quiet.
luxury, isn't
proper.
it? I know.
This is totally different.
Yeah, definitely. So we've done a couple of days rehearsal.
Yeah.
Did you feel like they went kind of well, or?
Yeah, totally. I was more nervous for the rehearsal than I think I am for the shows.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. I feel very excited about the music.
Sure.
I love the music, and it's a real honour to be part of it. But the bit that's scary is just the kit.
Oh, sure.
Just
yeah.
it's new for me having that much kind of that
Yeah.
many instruments,
That many
and
options as well.
Yeah, I've got to like just remember to tap my foot on the tuner and then change the preset and then turn off the booster and
Yeah.
all that
I know.
stuff's a bit overwhelming.
I hate all that. I know what you mean. I have to write. I mean, all I've got is one kind of preset on my loop station. And
Yes.
And I have to, even then, I have to write it on the set list. Turn it to 1.
Yeah.
Then,
I would like to get the set list on one bit of paper.
Yeah.
But I currently have a whole bit of paper for
That's
each
true.
song.
That's true. Yeah.
So there'll be bits of paper all around me in a kind of weird nest. Honestly, it might not be a good look.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
paper flying everywhere.
Well, we've got to. I think probably for the first few nights we're going to vary the set, right?
Okay.
See how we. I don't know. Probably it'll be like a certain shape, and then we maybe swap 1 or 2 songs out.
Yeah.
So.
How do I know which song's next? Are you just do you write the set list out
Yeah.
before you go?
Yeah, we'll write the set list. Yeah.
Okay. I can imagine that moment being quite funny. Like, next one is,
Yeah.
so I'm flicking through the paper like.
I know. Well, there's no. You don't start any songs, do you?
No.
So that's cool.
No.
So you can get your eye in as we go.
Yeah.
And I mean, and also you'll have done your own set by that point as well.
Yes.
Like your opening for the evening. So
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you haven't had a chance to
No.
think about that.
I kind of forgot about it. Sort of,
Yeah.
in the rehearsal stuff.
Right.
But that'll be the same. I'm just going to start very simple and add
Yeah.
bits incrementally.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
Because I have the violin, I thought maybe I should
Oh yeah.
use it.
So you're just going to have it set up like for the Fink show,
Yeah.
and then it can be
Just be one setup, assuming that the stage position can work.
yeah.
Hopefully it can, because there's a lot of stuff to move.
That would be the
otherwise.
most sensible, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, definitely. Also, who knows? We talked about maybe as the tour progresses, maybe I can jump on drums for a song.
Oh, I would love that so
That would be
much.
quite a laugh, wouldn't it?
That would be so cool.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
really would love that.
Cool. So we've got a lot of cities ahead of us.
Yes,
And,
a lot more looking out this window
I know.
and
I
the
know.
road going by.
Yeah, that's going to be great, isn't it? Good. Right. Well, thanks. We'll.
Well, thank you.
No worries.
I'm just so excited to be here. It really is like so exciting. I have these
videos. I'll show you actually from maybe 5 years ago on my Instagram story. People asking me, who's your favourite band? Who's your favourite?
Right.
It's you guys. Aren't
Oh,
it?
really?
It really is.
Oh my God,
it's just
wow.
Fink. So it's really cool to be here.
Oh, that's good. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you'd actually heard of us before you
Oh
came?
yeah, no, I've been a fan for ages. Yeah, totally.
That's
Have
great.
you been to shows?
No, I hadn't been to a show.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I guess you kind of busted me there, Rob. But no, I have loved listening to the music.
No intention of busting you. Just curious.
Yeah. Good. Oh well, that's great. I'm honoured to hear it. Sweet. Good one.
So finally, I've tracked Guy down, the elusive voice, the final voice for this podcast episode. Guy Whitaker, the bass player of Fink since way back in 2004. How are you feeling?
How am I feeling? I feel excited.
Excited. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel very excited. It's been a long time since I've been on the road.
Yeah. Really, it really has, hasn't it?
It has.
And
Apart
it's
from
a lot. I mean, even though we've just done a bunch of gigs, it's a long time since we've had like the full thing, the full bus, the full crew. I mean, there isn't a full. I wouldn't describe them as full.
Oh, I think they're pretty full.
They're pretty full. Yeah, yeah. It's
No, it's very good, very good. Been too long waiting between
Yeah.
COVID and I'm gonna say it, Brexit. It's nice to be back in the saddle.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? Do you like beginning in a place like Vilnius? Do you think that's a good idea, or would you like to go straight in with a fucking Berlin? Or
No, I prefer to be a bit further afield, to be honest, just generally anyway. I'd be less nervous in front of a gigantic audience of people I don't know
Yeah.
than an audience of 20 people who are friends and relatives. To be honest. So,
Absolutely.
like Berlin, London, whatever, there'll be far too many familiar faces. So, and also, Loftas is it's not a coincidence. It wasn't picked out at random. It is a place we know very well, and everybody there is really cool and really nice.
Yeah.
So it just sets us up for the nicest possible launch pad, I think, to be honest.
Yeah, I would think so. I think so. And then it's like the creep back westwards, Warsaw, then
Dresden. Yeah.
And you know Dresden, don't you?
I do. I know Dresden very, very well.
Done a bit of touring there before.
Loads of times, yeah, and indeed, partying and hanging out as well.
Really?
Yeah, well, it was a place that was. My dad loved Dresden. He really did, and he tried to retire about 5 times, and every time he would organise like a massive party in Dresden, and like literally a group of 50 of us would go out there, stay in a hotel. You'd go and see him do a gig and then have a massive party in the hotel, and then about 4 years later we'd be back doing exactly the same thing again.
And it was always in Dresden.
Yeah. Dad just really likes Dresden. He liked a lot of places, but I don't know quite why. Something about Dresden just had a particular grip for him.
Yeah, no, fair enough. We got a month's tour. Month is quite reasonable in length.
Yeah, a month is actually short. It sounds a lot if you think about gigging and bussing and laundry, but actually, in my experience, first week's a bit slow because you're sort of nervous and ironing out musical creases on stage, which happens much quicker once you're gigging than when you're rehearsing.
Yeah.
And then the middle section will be on us before we know it.
Yeah.
That'll go quite noticeably quicker than the beginning,
Yeah.
and then the end section will go so fast.
I know.
With like the last week will happen so quickly.
Yeah,
It'll be like we blink and it's over.
Yeah.
And the last week we will all begin to feel a bit sad about the fact it's coming to an end.
Yeah, and you begin to think about. It's always a bit sad when the tour manager starts asking you questions about like what you're going to do.
How you're going to get home.
How you're going to get home. Where's the gear going to go? And you're like, oh no.
Yeah, I hate thinking about that. Gear should go in a trailer and then on a stage, repeat to fade.
Yes.
But luckily, Mr. T, as you and I well know, it's not the end of the affair. There's other things happening slowly in the diary.
Yeah, sure. Being brought in for next year. That's all good.
Yeah.
I must say, I'm finding it difficult to sleep on the bus.
Me too.
You're finding it difficult to sleep on the bus.
Always takes me a couple of nights. To be honest, I find that's not just the bus. Like when we go on holiday as a family, like take me to a nice plush 4-star, and I still struggle to sleep because it's somewhere weird and different.
Really?
I've become I think over the years of lockdown and then just waiting to get back out, I've become more of a homebody than ever. But first couple of nights on the bus, it's always a bit rough, isn't it? It's so different. It's so different to what you're used to that even though you've done it before, it's still you know, it's so different. It takes a couple of days. I think you need to reach a point of exhaustion that, you know, like fourth night you hit the bunk and you're so tired that, bumpy road and people opening and closing doors around you, nothing's going to stir you. Nothing's going to phase you.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah. Could use a good night's sleep.
I really could.
Yeah,
Yes. It isn't quite the spirit for this podcast. Anyway, thank you. That's great.
No worries.
That's probably it, right?
Yeah,
We're hurtling towards Vilnius at 80 kilometers an hour, and we'll probably do the next podcast after a few gigs.
Yeah, definitely. So we got Vilnius, we got Warsaw, we got Dresden,
we got Vienna,
right?
Yeah.
Sure. And that's all in the first.
and then Ljubljana.
But yeah, Ljubljana tickets still available.
Tickets still available.
Nice.
All right.
Excellent.
Nice.
See you on the road.
Yes.